Alright, what's going on, guys? Trev back again, here to bring you another video. This one's going to be doing a chicky topic, or a topic I consider to be female type topic for The Walking Dead Season 5. And this one we're going to be talking about who should Daryl hook up with in Season 5, should he? And that be either Beth or Carol. Okay, great. So this is one that came up in a recent Q&A question that I sort of answered quickly, but I thought, you know what? This is a good one for us to talk about for a video topic and do a whole video on for a day, because I think it's going to be a big concentration coming up. They've kind of been dangling the carrot, so to speak, that Daryl would get involved with somebody in the show. You know, there is a good portion of female viewers for The Walking Dead. The Walking Dead is not just male viewers. There's a lot of women viewers as well, too. I'd probably say maybe 70% are male, but the 30% too, you know, they do deserve to have some of those types of storylines in the show that they like to see as well. I mean, not that women don't like to see all the action and all that stuff too. I mean, they do. I'm just saying that with regards to the romantic part, you know, it makes sense in a zombie apocalypse that over time, as characters survive, you're going to see romances form, you're going to see relationships start as everyone's killed off, and, you know, couples are torn apart as a result of a death, or, you know, these types of things happen. So Daryl, of course, one of the most popular characters in the Walking Dead television series, maybe only second to Rick, if you, or I don't know, maybe he is even more popular than Rick at this time. I'd probably say not, but close second to Rick's popularity in the show, of course, is Daryl. And I thought, you know what, I've got a good number of female subscribers. I'll go ahead and make a whole video on this, giving my thoughts. So if you guys have been following the channel for a while, you know right off the bat, beginning of Season 4, kind of talked about this a little bit, or at least, you know, when the season split off to the break, and we had Daryl and Beth were alone. They went off on their own. Carol had been away for a while. I had talked about this topic a little bit, which is who should Daryl wind up with, because I think it's a pretty good likelihood that in Season 5 we're going to see something with that. I think we kind of have to. I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on, but they were setting something up in Still, I want to say, you know, and then of course when they're separated, and even in the past before too, they've hinted at it with the beginning of Season 4 with Carol telling Daryl that she liked him first, and all this different type of stuff. So it's been there. It's just that it seems like it's been really kind of, they've really taken their time with it, and they're kind of building into something with regards to a relationship with Daryl and somebody. So who should it be in The Walking Dead Season 5? Should it occur? Which I think there's a very good likelihood that it will. Now, initially, had you have asked me this question, and I believe I did actually talk about this in a video, is that I prefer to see Carol and Daryl because they are closer in age, or seemingly closer in age, in the apocalypse. Like the actors, not sure how far apart in age they are, but the characters in the series are closer in age. Not that, because Emily Kinney in real life, she's like what, like 28 or something, or 29, something like that. And Daryl is, or Norman Reedus is, I think he's quite a bit older. He's like close to 40, isn't he, or over 40, something like that. In the television series, of course, Emily Kinney plays basically like an 18-year-old, I think, is how old she's supposed to be at this time. So she's rather young for a character like Daryl, who's supposed to be probably about 40 or late 30s, this type of thing. So in terms of the age, it would make sense, I think, right off the bat, that you would have Carol and Daryl be, you know, be a relationship. But the thing about it is that Carol's not all that attractive anymore. I gotta be honest with you. It's just, there it is. Boom. It's out there. It's right there. Okay. She's not. It's not Melissa McBride's fault. You know, the gray hair and everything. And I don't know. I mean, and even in real life, somebody told me that Norman Reedus' girlfriend's like 19 or 20 or 21 or something like that. So I don't know. But right off the bat, you know, I thought that made sense as a more suitable couple for The Walking Dead. But as we saw Season 4 play out, when Daryl and Beth were alone together in Still, and they had to survive on their own for a little while, even though she's quite a bit younger, I think that we kind of saw the start of something there, and that's where the writers are going with it. And then her being kidnapped, and him basically being essentially left all by himself is I think is supposed to kind of hint at that whole, long lost love type of thing. But you guys, you get what I'm saying. Now, here's the thing about it is that this could be totally a moot point if she's dead, because she could be dead out there anyway, right? She's either probably dismembered, something's going on, or she's joined Terminus, or something's happening with that, right? And yeah, she's out there somewhere. We don't know if she's alive at this point or not. She could be dead, so who knows anyway. But if she does survive, if she does make it through, then this is definitely something we could see, possibly a love triangle with all three of them, and then maybe Carol attempt to kill Beth or something of the sort like that. I think that would make sense, because for the character, Carol doesn't have a whole lot to live for anyway, and she may do something like that. So I think that makes sense, and it would be a good idea for them to go that direction in the series. But it all hinges on whether or not Beth's going to survive anyway. I thought Beth was going to die for a while, and I'm still surprised she's out there somewhere. So at this point, I'm kind of saying, oh, well, shit. I mean, maybe she is going to make it. So if she does, this would be a great storyline for them to follow. If she doesn't, of course, then of course Carol's probably going to win by default. But I don't know if they're ever going to really show that on screen between those two. I think with Beth and Daryl, it would make sense for them to show it, because you got all the little teenage fangirls that'll just go nuts, right? There it is again. It's out there. So, like all the little fangirls would love to see that with Beth, because then they can kind of, fulfill their fantasies of thinking like they're like her and, this type of thing, right, in the show. You guys get where I'm going with that. So I think that would make sense. So I think it all hinges on whether or not Beth survives. But my personal opinion now has changed. Even though Carol and Daryl are closer in age, it seems, I think it would be good if they did Beth and Daryl, should Beth survive. And yeah, I mean, that's pretty much what I think about it. So let me know what you guys think about it. Do you prefer Dareth or Bethel or Carol, I guess, or Darol? You see what I try to do? I try to put an O and an L, but it sounds the same. Okay. Anyway, I'll call it here. Let me know what you guys think. That's it for this video, guys. I'll see you for the next one. This is Trev, as always, saying peace.